race in this second leg. Nickel. V for victory from the English rider. Kurt Lundqvist. Number 10, Jackie Martin. And number 9, the new world champion, Eric Gabors. Rossi, number 45. Vekkanen, number 52. Gabors looking a lot more relaxed. Even has time to shake hands on the line there with Jackie Martin. You don't see that very often in a motocross race. Number 27, Jared Smith, a tough northeasterner from Britain. Number 3, Kees van der Ven, hoping for better luck in this second leg. He dropped to 11th in that first race. Into that first right-hander. It looks like Carlquist is very well placed again. That familiar blue riding shirt and the green Kawasaki. And yes, and it's Carlquist leading again. Van der Ven in second place. Kurt Nickel also well placed. Gabors halfway down the field, and the pack now streaming through. Oh, it's Carlquist again, the 34-year-old Swede, having a wonderful day in the sunshine here at Namur. Van der Ven now in second place. Mark Banks in third place. He finished second in that first leg. Number 8, Jackie Martin's also well placed. We look for Gabors. There he is, in about 12th place, coming through the dust. Number 6, Leif Pearson. And number 51, Nannini. The crowd hanging out beer cans for Carlquist. Halfway through that last lap of that first leg, he stopped and drank a can of beer before continuing. They're tempting him to do it again. This is the road section, the bottom end of the circuit at Namur, on a little bit of tarmac and then back onto the dirt, back through the trees and back up towards the Citadel. Carlquist, number 11, building up an enormous lead already. Perhaps he will stop for another pint. It is a big lead. Kees van der Ven in second place. Third place, Banks. In fourth place, now Nickel. The top end of the circuit. By the Citadel, number 11, Carlquist. Past those packed grandstands. He's going to do it again. Van der Ven loves the sand. Banks coming under increasing pressure now from Nickel and Lundqvist. It's a good race for third place. And Nickel now up into third place. He's got past Banks. So Nickel improving those chances of the runner-up place in the ultimate World Championship positions. One round to go, of course, after that. That's next week in Luxembourg. Carlquist. 34 years old and really having the best ride of the season. He's had an unlucky year with mechanical breakdowns, really ruining any chance of a good overall position in the championship. Van der Ven in second place. Nickel now third. Fourth, Banks. Fifth, Lundqvist. In sixth place, Vekkanen. And in seventh should be Gabors. This is Van der Ven. He's coming under increasing pressure now from Nickel. Got knocked down in that first leg, was bitterly disappointed. Carlquist in the lead, number 11, on the Kawasaki. One wonders what he could have done if he hadn't had so much misfortune early in the season. Van der Ven with Nickel in close attendance. That's the battle for second place. The battle for fourth place is headed by Mark Banks, number 25, but he's coming under increasing pressure from Lundqvist, and in fact Lundqvist now has got in front of Banks. Banks obviously tiring a little bit after such a tremendous effort, finishing second in that first leg. And Gabors chasing after Vekkanen. Carlquist, no time for beer this time, chaps. I don't know, he's got such a vast lead, perhaps he'll do it again. He certainly deserves a beer. Van der Ven and Nickel, this is the best race of this particular second leg. Nickel, desperate to clinch second place. Van der Ven riding well. Vekkanen and Gabors. Carlquist again. Very popular winner he'll be. Van der Ven. Nickel making no real impression on him. He's dust veteran on the KTM, having a marvellous ride. After the disappointments of the first leg when he crashed towards the end, and in the end dropped to 11. Banks. He's now coming under increasing pressure from Vekkanen and Gabors. Carlquist, the style of a true champion. One of the greatest ever motocross riders to emerge from Sweden. Lundqvist, Chased now by Banks. As I said, Banks coming under increasing pressure from Vekkanen, but Banks gritting his teeth and hanging on. And Gabor's quite happy to watch the action from a safe distance. He's done all his hard work throughout the season, and of course in that first leg when he clinched the World Championship. Van der Ven and Nicol still battling it out for second place. Carlquist to the accompaniment of horns. Van der Ven in second place. Nicol. East Anglian riding the Kawasaki, of course, son of another famous motocross rider, former teammate to Banks, and that's Dave Nicol. That's Kurt Lundqvist, number 4, Banks 25, Gabor's 9, and Gabor's coming under more pressure now from Vimon. I don't think that's going to worry him particularly. He's done his hard work, and that's what the Belgian fans think of their new world champion. And who can blame them? Carlquist, the checkered flag now approaching. Van der Ven. Back markers now getting in the way, although not such a great problem at Namur because the laps are so long. Lundqvist still holding off Banks. Banks still getting the encouragement from his father on the sidelines. This is a tremendous battle for 4th place. Lundqvist at the moment 4th, Banks 5th. In 6th place, Gabor's, and in 7th, Vimon. Perhaps now Gabor's thinking about that party that's sure to rock the night away in Namur to celebrate the championship victory. Carlquist. Don't think he's going to stop for a beer this time. And that's due to the presence of this Dutch gentleman, Van der Ven, who's pushing him hard. Nicol in 3rd place. 4th, Lundqvist. Banks just a little bit further back now in 5th spot. Gabor's 6th, and 7th still, Vimon. Carlquist with 1 lap to go. So they're on their last lap. Will he stop for a beer this time round? I think Keith Van der Ven's presence will prevent him. Nicol still 3rd. He'll be happy to hang on to that place now with 1 lap remaining. Lundqvist, I think, fought off the challenge, the very spirited challenge of Banks. But Banks will finish 2nd overall, and that will be the best ever Grand Prix placing for the youngster. And a marvellous end to his season. He must look forward now to 1989. So will Eric Gabor's, but he's got a lot of celebrating to do. Vimon still giving him chase. Carlquist now among the back markers on this last lap. Van der Ven in 2nd place. Carlquist at the bottom end of the circuit now climbing back through the trees. Nicol still 3rd. Lundqvist 4th on the Yamaha. 5th Banks. And 6th Gabor's. And 7th just behind him will be Frenchman Jackie Vimon. So Carlquist now approaching the checkered flag. Van der Ven chasing hard as ever. Nicol in 3rd spot. And the crowd giving Carlquist, on his last Grand Prix appearance in Belgium, warm round of applause. He certainly deserves it. It's a marvellous ride by the 34-year-old Swede. Nicol in 3rd spot. In front of him, Van der Ven. And Eric Gabor's quite happy to tootle along in 6th place for that championship his. And here's Carlquist celebrating at the checkered flag. A marvellous ride by the 34-year-old Swede. But really, the day and the season belong to number 9, 26-year-old Eric Gabor's. Carlquist on the victory rostrum. He wins overall. To his left is Mark Banks. What a marvellous ride by him. To his right, Kurt Nicol. Lundqvist 4th, Banks 5th, Gabor's 6th, Vimon 7th, Pearson 8th, Vekkanen 9th, and Gherkins 10th. Celebration time for Carlquist with Banks and Nicol looking on. Already the celebrations are starting round the town. Everybody wants to celebrate with the new world champion, Eric Gabor's.
Eric, now that it's all over, you're world champion. How does it feel?
I'm happy. Of course, I'm happy. It's normal. But you know, I have to look back. Just like I said, I have to look back so far. I have to look so far back now to when I started with this, and what I reached now. I don't know. It's a nice victory now. It's nice title, but altogether, everybody, you know, people, how the way they congratulate me, it's different than just the world champion title.
Håkan, we spoke to you before the race, and you said it would be a dream come true if you won here in Namur and next week in Luxembourg. You've won here in Namur. How do you feel?
I feel great. It's so nice. I can't explain it because it's my first double victory since '83, and also here in Namur, I'm so happy. I'm so happy.
But it was such a convincing win. You won by a huge margin.
Yeah, first heat was around 42nd. And still, I stopped and took a beer down on the cafe. Still, I won with 42nd.